Hey guys, it's 547, week number 6. I'm going to do a little walk and talk, possibly because I'm watching a lot of West Wing. We're going through the whole series, but also because I think it ties in a lot with this course, and I want to show you a little bit about my school as we head over. So week 6, we're going to look at kind of 3 big chunks, and I'm going to talk about 2 of them, emotional intelligence and multiple intelligences. So this is one of those where as we walk around we call it the Village of Friendly Relations at Hillbrook. Around World War II, our students, back when we were boarding school, actually built these buildings as a way to promote kind of world peace, and also they lived on campus, so it was a chance for them to actually have their own little mini ecosystem. So they actually went down to the local bank, they got a loan, they built these houses, and it was amazing. They had like general store, they had a newspaper. This one over here right behind me was the bank. You can remember that because there's little circle windows, right? So they're really thoughtful about what they did and why they did it. And then behind me here is what we call a history house. So 4 years ago, a group of 6th grade girls said, hey, how come we built these houses in like the 40s and we haven't built them since? So they designed the whole thing. It took them 3 years and they graduated, and then a couple other people took over. Started off just the first quarter of elective was building this Japanese-inspired asymmetrical roof, built it, framed it, did the whole thing, and then actually put it up on this. Like they built everything. Let's just go inside. And I think that this ties into, oh, it's locked. I don't want to take my key out. But here, let's just flip this. You take a look. Anyway, it's framed, there's flooring. It's extraordinary. The reason I bring this up is because I think that often stuff like this, when we talk about like multiple intelligences, people tend to, let me speak for myself, I tended to go, oh, multiple intelligences, got it, that's a thing, and it lives in this kind of bubble. But really it ties in with everything, right? It's not just multiple intelligences or just emotional intelligences. It's, all right, let's look at project-based learning, right? We know that this is good for students, right? They made this, but also how might a project like this actually facilitate multiple intelligences of students, right? Understanding that there isn't just one type of student with one strength, but that there's a variety of students, obviously, right? And we know all these things, right? But when we have projects like this, we can bring in things like multiple intelligences, and that can inform our classroom. One other part is when we look at emotional intelligences, one thing I love at our school, let's walk over to our lower school, because that's where we talk about it a lot, is responsive classroom, right? So having a morning meeting, having an advisory with your students is a chance to actually sit down and build, develop those muscles. Is actually how they talk about it, like in kindergarten, 1st grade, is, you're developing your patience muscle. There we go, there's some shade. So it's not just, all right, hi, let's do the math bulletin board, right? Let's actually dig into a bit and learn how we greet each other, right? And it's a proactive approach to classroom management, which is really cool and digs really deeply into multiple intelligences and emotional intelligences in particular. There's also, look at this, can you see the hub construction? I'll throw a link to the camera, we have a live cam going. But just right up over here, we have, it's a cool background, isn't it? That's beautiful. I also have a webcam. I'll share that link with you, that little black dot of the construction. We're building a new makerspace, right? And so all of this, I think, ties in with itself. I'm kind of rambling from topic to topic, but I think that's also kind of the point, right? It's not emotional intelligence, check, check. Project-based learning, check, check, which is actually not what we're talking about this week. Multiple intelligences, check, check. It's all these things put together. It's all of them at once, right? So as you're looking at students, sorry about the little backlit. There we go. It's not just, hey, let me go multiple intelligences. Cool. I'm a musical learner. Write a song. Done. I'm introverted. Let me write an essay. Done. I'm a verbal person. Let me start a podcast. Done. That's such a simplified, task-based, assignment-oriented way of doing it. It's cool. How might we bring in more music into our curriculum? And all that, I think, ties in really well with project-based learning, which is why I'm doubling back here on our village houses, so that it'll inform what you're already doing, right? You're already doing amazing things in your classroom. Just have these be kind of add-ons, almost kind of superpowers. Like, oh yeah, I kind of forgot that, like emotional intelligence is a thing. Let's dive a little bit deep into that, and we'll do some amazing things in our class the next time. So I encourage you to, whatever your capacity in the classroom is right now, look at particular emotional intelligence as a really easy add-on with whatever relationship you have with your students, to start trying, like tomorrow, right? Depending on when you're watching this video, I suppose. Let's talk about the course really quick. There's only the discussion board. You're going to discuss emotional intelligence, compare it to IQ. What do we value? Why do we value it? Looking forward to reading those discussions, and that is all. Just you have big projects coming up in week 8, so please work on those. It's a lighter lift for week 6 for what is due in Blackboard to me. So quick reminder, when you are submitting, please make sure you respond once and you have those 2 responses for a total of at least 3 posts. So happy week 6, everybody.